Good morning. I am Rajeshwari from PCB GraphTech, Singapore. So today's topic will be PCB design documentation with Draftsman. Okay. So now we'll go inside the topic. We'll go for agenda. Today's agenda is requisite of PCB documentation. And what is requisite of PCB documentation is we are going to see why we need the PCB documents actually, because we need to share our files to the manufacturer, we need to share our files to our purchase department, and we are having different ways, different meanings to share. Okay, so we are going to see why we need it first. Then we are going to see what is Draftsman. So why we need to go for Draftsman is very quick and fast for generating your drawing files. So that's why we are going to see about Draftsman. Then what is Draftsman drawings? It means we are going to see what are all the different drawings we are going to do inside the Draftsman. For example, you can generate your assembly drawing, you can generate your fabrication drawing, then you can generate your tables like your drill table, a bill of material, layer stack legend. All this you can do it inside your Draftsman drawings. Okay, so next we will be seeing about the demo. I will show you how to do all these things inside the software. Then finally we will see the question and answer session. If you have any questions, you can just type in the chat, or you can also ask me at the end of the session so that I can answer your questions. Okay, so now we'll go to the topic. So the first topic is requisite of PCB documentation. So in this topic, we are going to see why we need the PCB documentation. Actually, for the manufacturing purposes, we need to share to the manufacturer like Gerber file, NC-drill file. So if you want to share, we need to generate the PCB output document. Okay, so we cannot directly give our design PCB board. So we need to generate the outputs. So next one, where we have to go for your components. Okay, when you go for components, we need to purchase some of the components. So that one we need to create the list, create the table, and pass it to the purchase department so that they can buy for us. So this you can generate it from the Altium software. So next similar way you can also do it for your assembly, output, testing, all this you can do it of. Okay, so these outputs you can generate it as a PCB document, which we need to give it to the others for essential purposes. Okay, so next we will see how to create the PCB documents. For example, if you generate the bill of material, so the bill of material, the output we can generate it in Excel format, or you can generate in your PDF, or you can generate it in your HTML format. So you can generate in different ways. So there are different ways to generate it. So this is how we are generating now in Altium. So what happens, you have to go to the command individually, and then you have to create and you have to save it in your PC, each individual file, and then you can pass it, you have to pass it to them. But now, instead of doing all these things, you can do everything in one place, that is called our Draftsman. Okay, no need to generate a bill of materials separately, no need to have a layer stack separately, no need to have your Gerber, that is your fabrication file separately, no need to have your assembly file separately. So all in one place is called your Draftsman. So that's what we are going to see now. What is Draftsman? So Draftsman is your professional PCB driven tool, which is easily used for easy drawing of your fabrication and your assembly drawings. Okay, so this place you can not only place your assembly and fabrication drawing, you can also place your bill of material, drill drawing, then you can place your what is it, tables, then the transmission table. So everything you can place it here. Later we will see it in our demo. Okay, so this Draftsman is integrated inside the Altium itself. So no need to have a separate software, no need to have separate license. It is installed inside this Altium Designer, which you don't need to have an import or export of your files. Okay, so normally when you want to import or export file, you will be having some missing of data. You may lose the data. So all these things you can avoid it since your Draftsman is inside the Altium Designer itself. Okay, so next step, if you see, it can generate the templates. So what advantage of generating templates? So if you take a big organizations, they will follow the templates. Like if they want to generate the project output for the draftsman, they should have the templates which should be followed in all the projects. We should have the same requirement of data like fabrication view, assembly view, bill of material, and drill table. So if they want these documents to be in all the projects to follow to be same, they can create it as a template. Once they do the drawing for one project, and they can create it as a draftsman template, which can be followed for the other projects. Okay, you can do that. The next one, you can also import your DXF file. Import your DXF file, then you can export DXF file, which is the new feature introduced in Altium Designer 20. Okay, so next we will have, you can also export your PDF file from the draftsman itself, because you generate all your drawings, all your tables, everything as an output in your documentation, which is very quick and fast. Then you can export it in your PDF file so that you can share it to your customers, or you can share it to the manufacturer to view all the detail of your board information. Okay, so this draftsman, once you have generated, you can also add it to your outjob file. Okay, so now we will see about draftsman drawings. So if you go inside the draftsman drawing, initially the first step, it will ask you what type of template you want to use. Okay, whether you want to use the template or you want a blank sheet. So you can suggest it from this page. You can see there is a default. So default, there will be nothing in the page. Okay, you can draw, you can add in the template, and you can place all your drawings. So if you want to add a template, you can see below there is some default templates available. Still, if you want to add a template, you can go to the template and you can just create it off. You can create your own board as a template, and you can also add it. Okay, later we will see in the demo how to do that. Okay, next one, coming to the project and the document, below you will see there is a project and document. You can also add the project or PCB which you want to add it. Okay, so next we will see about the draftsman drawings. So what are all the drawings you can add as assembly drawing, fabrication drawing. So when you go assembly drawing, you can add in like outlines, the cutouts, and the component informations, all you can see in your assembly drawing. So when you go for fabrication drawing, you can see the layers, the physical layers of your board. Now, the new feature introduced in Altium Designer 19 is you can see all the multi-layers in the same board. Previously, up to 18, you can see only the single layer, but from 19 onwards, there was an update introduced that you can see multi-layers on your PCB board in Draftsman. Okay, so then you can see in the drill drawing, you will be having the drill symbols, and then the new feature introduced is you can add in the symbols. If you want to change, you can also do that. Then you have a board realistic drawing. So board realistic drawing, we can see immediately we can take the 3D view of your board inside your PCB, and then you can capture the image in your Draftsman. So it's a very good new feature which we have in 20. Then the board isometric drawing. Okay, all this we can see now. So when we see in the assembly view, here the example I have shown is the top side. So you can also see your assembly drawing, either the top side, left, right, all the sides. Okay, you can view that. When you go for the middle one is the fabrication view. So the fabrication view is based on the layers. So example, it is shown only on the top layer. So if you want to add in the layers, you can add in the layers, and you can change which layer to show for each of the board. Because if you want to share it to the manufacturer, they can see all the layers here, adding, copying and pasting the layers, and then change it there, okay, accordingly. Then the drill drawing view. So the drill drawing view, you can do it by all layers, or you can do it by single layers, okay, by copying and pasting the drill drawing view. So we will see all this. Next one, this is the Draftsman enhancements. So Draftsman enhancement has a new feature introduced in Altium Designer 20. The first one is export in DXF format. So you can see, go to in Draftsman, you will see the file. You can export to your DXF output from the Draftsman, which is not available up to 19 version. It's introduced only in 20. Then there is a new column tab. Okay, when you have a drill table inside your Draftsman, if you want to add a column or remove the column, you can do it now. This is a new option introduced in Altium Designer 20. And as well as you can see when you add the note for the objects. Okay, so that note properties, you can see their order option. Either you want to add the order option vertically or horizontally, you can decide it off. Okay, this you can do it. Now we'll go for the demo. Okay, so for demo purpose, I have opened my project. Okay, temperature sensor. So I'm going to show you how to create the draftsman documentation for this temperature sensor example. So go to File, New, then I just go for draftsman document. So once I go here, you have the template default as I'm going to go with the default. I'm not using the other templates. So I'm just going to create the draftsman documentation using the temperature sensor, and I'm going to use it as a template for other project. Okay, so I will show how to do that. If you want to know where is the default template location, you can just click on the template here. So automatically it will take you to the preference. Under the draftsman template, you will see that the template location, see program data. So you can use that location to find out the template. Then the project is from temperature sensor. I'm using this board. So it is, I just select temperature sensor.pcb document. So once I click OK, okay, the page opens, is an empty page. So now I would like to place my drawings. You can place your drawings either from your active bar, or you can just go to the place. You will see all the drawings view here. Board assembly view, board fabrication view, the additional views, drill table, all the informations you can see it here. So we will see one by one how to do that. So first one I'm going to do is board assembly view. So I just click my board assembly view. Okay, so you can see the board assembly view here. So now the view is from the top side, because the source comes from initially from the top side. Later you can edit it and change. Okay, so I want to edit the properties of this assembly board view. So double click on this, you will see the properties of your board assembly view here. So first step, you can change the scale. If you want to adjust the scale, you can change your scale here. Okay, so if you don't want, you can just leave it, or you can go to your custom scale. Custom scale you want to change, you can change it here. Okay, so now I just go with the default size, and then coming down, you will be able to see the properties. The view side is from top side. So you can change it to the bottom side of your board, or left side, right side, front, back. So you can choose any side which you want to see for your board. Now I go with the top side, and then you see I can see only the components in my board now. If I want to see the holes, then I can go for display holes. So display holes, I want to choose with the minimum diameter availability. There is other options also, like all pads only, or minimum diameter only. So I want to change this diameter size to be 0.02 mm. Okay, so when I press enter, you will be able to see the holes here with a size of 0.02 mm. It displays the holes. Then coming down, if your board have any variants, you can include the variants here. Okay, so you can do that. Then the component caption, you can also include. If you want to change your designator like LCD20 U40 to be your BOM item position, you can change it out. So when I change it, you see the numbers change to the BOM item position. So you can do that. Then coming down, you will see this is a new feature introduced in 19, additional data. Okay, so here you can see your SMD of your components. So SMD through hole of your board. So you can also see the mask, face, topology, all these information for your board. Coming down, you will see there is a components. Okay, so what is the purpose of this component you can do is, if you want to hide the component, sometimes you don't want to share your components to others, to see, don't want to share your component information to them. What you can do, you can go to the component, and then you can just make them invisible. Okay, for example, if you want to make component to be invisible, like your capacitor and your low voltage power supply. Okay, I just click OK here. So you will see the components are missing. Okay, so this is the one method of hiding your components. Okay, I just bring them back. Now going to the component display properties, how you want your component to display. Either it's now as a default, you want to display only the 3D projection, you can just click your 3D projection, so to show the 3D body of your components. you can do that. Okay, so I just go with the default. Then the designator, how the designator should be placed, whether the center fit or manually or top, left, all this. Okay, so default is my center fit. I just go with that. So now we see how to place your assembly view. Next one, we have another tab here called the layers tab. So inside the layers tab, I have some mechanical layers. I want to see this mechanical layers in my board. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So for that first step, I'm just going to remove this all SMD through hole. Then I just remove my component body center fit. Okay, now I don't see anything here. I go to my PCB. Okay, so go to PCB, activate my mechanical 13 layer for 3D body to show. Then I just press Shift S because I want to make it as a single layer, see all the information of the 3D body. So this is what I want to show in my Draftsman. Okay, so go to your Draftsman, then you can go to the properties. Now I will go to the layers and then adjust on that layer 13. Okay, you will see that layer properties alone on the board. Okay, you can do this. Then if you want to change the color of the layers, you can change it off here from the color change. Okay, you can have this option also. Now I just hide it again, go to the general and then bring back again my components, all this information. Okay, now I'm going to place my fabrication view. Okay, so go to the active bar. You will see there is insert board fabrication view. Just click on it, then you can bring. So when you bring that, you can see it can be aligned here to the assembly board. Okay, so now it comes from the source document of top layer. So you will see top layer here. And then if you want to edit it or you want to have all the other layers, you can just copy and paste of this layer. So just right click, copy, then right click, oh come, my paste is not working. See? Yeah, sorry. Okay, now my paste is working here. Okay, I just placed it here so you can make it alignment. Okay, you can just paste it here. So once you place it, now the first one is in the top layer. If I want to edit the second one to the other layer, I just double click here and then scroll down. You will see under the properties, again the same thing. You can adjust the scale size first, initially what size you want. You can do it here or go to the custom scale. Coming down, you will see there is a layer properties. So the top layer. So second one, I want to change it to the another layer like my signal signal layer 1. So you will see the signal layer 1. And then you can also view the side of the board. This is now as a default is the top side. If you want to view the bottom side of the single layer 1, you can choose the bottom side. Okay, you can do this top side or bottom side. And then below, if you see there is a show out of board copper. If there is any copper outside your board, if you want to remove it, you can, if you want to show it, you can also check box here to show that copper. Next, coming to the layers option, you will be seeing all the layers here under the layers tab. So I want to this board to show multi-layers. So you can just click on the multi-layers which you want to show here. So you will be able to see all the layers information. Okay, so now still you want to change the colors, you can change the colors also here. So this is how you can place all the layers. It is very fast. It shows you the board immediately. Okay, so next one we'll go for the board detail view. So going to board detail first, it's to give the magnification of your board. Some portion you want to magnify to be bigger, you can use the board detail view. So this can be done either in the assembly drawing, fabrication drawing, drill drawing, you can do it there. So I just want a more detailed view here. So I just use it, and then you see that the scale comes with 2:1. So if you want to change the scale, you can change it off. Double click here. So since a bigger size, it is 2:1. Again, you can change the scale size here. Okay, you can do. Then if you want to change the label name, so it is a detail, the label name is A and you want to change it to B or something, you can change it here. Okay, next one is the component view. So the component view, if you want to view any of the component of your board in detail, you can just select the component view and place it first. Now I double click on it to edit the properties. You will be able to see the properties of component. So here you can choose which component you want to see. Okay, so I just choose the component here, LCD20. So you see, I cannot see anything here. It means my view side is left. I can change the side which I want to see. So I change to be top. So I can see in detail of my component. Then I can just adjust this here. Okay, you can do this here. This is your component view. Then you can also have the board section view. So board section view will help you to see either horizontally or vertically. You can use the space bar to click on this and you can just see it here. Okay, you can see the board section view. Okay, so you can also edit the board section view from their properties panel. You can just double click. You will be able to see here the positioning mode is vertical. Then the view direction, you can change here which direction you want to place. So vertical or horizontal, you can just see it. Okay, you can change the direction and the view direction also. So this you can do for okay board section view. Next one is your drill drawing view. So drill drawing view will give you the information of the board drill information. Okay, so I just place my drill drawing view. So you can see all the drill symbols here for all layers first. Initially it is for all layers. So double click here. You can see the properties panel and then the scale. Again, you can change it here. Coming down, you can see the view properties is top. Okay, you want to view it on the top side or bottom side. So if I click bottom, you will see the changes. Then if you want to go for the layer wise, layer pass, you can see all layers. So all layers is the initial step. If you want to change to top to bottom layer, you can change it, or you can change signal layer 2 to bottom layer. You will see only that drill pass. Okay, so you can do this. So you want to show individually for each layer, you can copy and paste the board and then you can just change the layer which you want to show to the manufacturer. Okay, so now I will go with the all layers and then next good option we have in drill drawing is you can change the drill symbols. Okay, so you no need to follow the same drill symbols as in your PCB. If sometimes you want to change the drill symbol for the manufacturer, you feel like it, you can change the drill symbol here, go to drill symbol and you can change it here. Okay, if I want to change to this symbol, so I can just choose OK. So it will automatically, it will be updated when I go to the next command. Okay, so I just finished one page of my drawing. If I want to go to the next page, I don't have the option. You can go to the tools, you can see add sheet. You can add sheet here or you can just right click on your using shortcut and then go for add sheet. Okay, so now the next sheet will come. When your next sheet comes, you will see here automatically the drill symbols have been modified. Okay, so when you're going to the next command, it will auto update there. Next one, you will be able to see the layer stack legend. Okay, so I want to place my layer stack table here. So I just place it. And then if I want to change the view of my layer stack first, initially, I just can change it by the properties panel. Before that, you can see in the layer stack, what are all the wires they have used and from which layer to layer they pass through. Okay, you can see the wire passing through the layer 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 2 to 3, 2 to 4, then 3 to 4. So these many wires are used and which layer to which layer they are passing. This information all come from your layer stack manager. Okay, you will be able to see here the layer, the information, the thickness of the layer and the board thickness. So here you can see the board thickness is 0.8 mm. Okay, so now I want to see the dual unit. Like if my board is in mils, I don't know how to calculate it. So I want in terms of mils. What you can do is when I select my properties here, you can go for the dual unit here. So I selected my mils here. It is 31 mils. If I want it in the decimal view, you can see below there is a dual unit and I changed the precision to 0.01. Okay, so now my mils is in 31.43. So I need to verify whether this unit is correct with my PCB board. You can go to your PCB of your temperature sensor, then shift, okay, go to the top layer, shift S. Okay, go to here, then layer stack manager. Okay, so now you will be able to see your total thickness is 31.43. Okay, so this is what followed in my draftsman documentation. And then now I want to place my drill, yeah, board region view and the board realistic view. So to show this, the better example I choose is my Bluetooth Sentinel here. So using this, I will show you how to place your board region view. So I just right click here, add new to project, and we can go for draftsman document. Okay, so here I would like to show the board region view. Okay, you can see here. So the board region is to differentiate between your rigid region and the flex region. If you have two different regions, you can differentiate it. You can just double click and you can go to the properties. You will be able to see the rigid and flex here. And if you want to change the patterns, you can change it here. Okay, for both. And if you want to change the colors, you can change the colors here. Okay, for rigid and for the flex. Okay, so next one, I would like to show, this is a new feature introduced in 2019, the board realistic view is very good feature, and we will see the camera view of the 3D view. Okay, so I just select board realistic view. Okay, so I selected this. To edit this properties, I just go for my this PCB of my Bluetooth project. Here I'm going to change this view here in the 3D. I go to my panel, select my layer stack region, and I just do some fold straight here. And I will rotate it. So this is my current view. I want this current view in my draftsman documentation. So I just open my draftsman here. So once I have the realistic view, I just double click here. Then you will see inside the properties, there is a rotation. Then the view is top, bottom, and the custom view. So I go to the custom view. So when I click custom view, you can see there is a take current camera position. So when I click the camera position, it will automatically change the position what I have in my 3D view there. Okay, so this is a very good feature which you have the current position of your 3D board. Okay, so this is your realistic view. Now we'll go for our temperature sensor where we follow the other steps. Okay, so next one, we can go for the dimensions, measurements using your linear dimension, radial dimension, all this. I go to the linear dimension. So you can just do the linear dimension for your assembly board or fabrication board, drill drawing board, all this. So I just do here. Then right click, you can just go for your radial measurements. So radial measurements, I want to measure here my arc. You can just see here, we can do it here, all the measurements here. Okay, so now if I want to edit the properties of this radial measurement, you can just double click on it and then you will see the radial dimension properties. So below that, you can see the prefix here. So the prefix and suffix, you want to add anything for this, you can add it here. For example, I want the prefix to be 4 holes. Okay, enter. You will see in nearby that particular radial measurement, you have 4 holes, the prefix. So you can also add the suffix here. Okay, you can do all this here. Along with this, you also have the primary unit and the dual unit. You can add another unit to show for your measurements. Okay, so next one, you can go for the diameter measurements. So diameter measurements, you want to view your circle diameters. You can just click your circle diameters. You will be able to see the diameters here. Then you can also do the ordinate measure dimensions. So ordinate dimensions, normally, if you want to measure from point to point measurements, so you can do that. For example, you see, I just do only the center click. It will automatically do the ordinal dimensions. No need to do for go for the one length to length or something like that. Just click the points. It will automatically generate the ordinal dimensions for you. Okay, so we can do all these measurements here. Then we also have the callouts note. So if I want to create the note for my PCB board, I can create it. So I can just create the note and place it here. So here you will see the default comes with a square, the circle, and the text element. You want to type some message, you can just double click here, and then you will see the border and you can type the message. Now I want to type is U40. Example is U40 is a manual component created. Okay, so so for example, I have created this note here. Then I want to place the note in my component. So to place the note for the component here, and I just right click here, you can go for call out, click on the component. Okay, so now you will see that there is a line coming from the component for the call out is with a circle 8. This 8 represents is the bill of material item position number. Okay, so once you place, right click, come out of it. I want to change this to be a note. So double click on this. You will see the properties of the call out. So you see the source text is from bill of material item and the shape is circle. So now for a case, I want to change it to item. So when I change item, use note item, you will see there are 3 note items are here. So I change this note to be 1. So because I mentioned the note is U40 is a manual component created. So I just call it out as a note item. So you can do this here. Okay, so next one, you can also right click on the bill of material table. You can place your bill of materials. So when I just place my bill of material, you will be able to see the bill of material. The 8 one is U40 here. So this item only I have shown previously as a call out for U40, and you can see the item numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the designator, comment, all this. If you want to edit the properties of your bill of material, you can double click on it and then you can just go to the properties panel. You can edit it based on the pages wise. If you want to add in the page, 2 page or 3 page, sometimes your project may be too big. So you want to add 2 page or 3 page, you can just add it as 2 and then you can limit the page height by giving some this to be 50 or something like this. Okay, so what happens here, you see I have only 9 components. It automatically limited to 1 page. Okay, so now I just remove the empty lines. If I want, I can remove it here. Okay, so you can do this since my number of pages is only 1 because the size is very less. Okay, you can include the pages according to your interest. Then you can also add the columns. So what column you want to show in your bill of material and which you don't want to show, you can do it here. Then you just maximize here and then you will be able to see the description. You have the designator, command. You want to add in the description, you can add in the description. You see, you add in the description and you have only the file here. So you can go to the general, you will be able to see. So you can see sheet 1, sheet 2. Okay, so if you want to have both the sheets, you can copy and paste the sheet and you can change it off. Okay, so for this case, I will just add one more sheet here. right click, add sheet. Okay, you can add the sheet, double click on this. Then I want to copy and paste here. So I just copy it first. Then I just right click, paste. Sorry. Copy. Yeah. Let me put it here below for you. Okay, so now you will see 1 to 5 here. I want to change this to be second sheet. So I can just go to the second sheet here. Okay, you can add in like this all your sheets. So also you can add in your drill table. So the drill table information, you can add it here. So now the new feature introduced in 20 is you can edit your drill table. So double click on your drill table. You can just go to the columns and then you will see you can edit the columns, which columns you want to add in or which columns you don't want to show. You can just select here. You can show or you cannot show here. Okay, you can just add them here. So you will see all the drill table informations. Okay, so once we finish all this, I want to save this as a template. To save as a template, you can just go to File, Save As. Okay, so file, save as. I just want to save it in the location as I shown you before. We have to select the location from your preference. So that location I need to select it. I just go to the preference first. You will see the location here. So Control C, copy it. Then you can go to File, Save As. Then you can just apply the Control V, enter. So you can save it here in this location. So now I saved it here. So once we have saved it, if I want to open a new project, you can just go to the new project. For example, I go to the audio amplifier project here, and I want to create a draftsman with that template. So I just go to File, New, Draftsman. Oh, I couldn't see here. Let me check. I save it in correct location. Sorry, yeah, I saved it as a draftsman document itself. I should save it as a template. Sorry, I did a mistake. So go to File, Save As. Yeah, you see, I saved it as a draftsman document. I need to save it as a draftsman templates here. Okay, so draftsman template, save it. Okay. Okay, once you click save, it will ask you, it will say that these options will not be added in the template, like dimensions, call out, section views, detail views will not be added. Okay, so we just click OK to continue with this. Now I will go for audio amplifier. Okay, so File, New, then I go to the draftsman. You will see the temperature sensor. So what happens when I use this temperature sensor as a template, the draftsman document all will follow this template and generate the outputs. You see when I click OK. So following that template, it will generate all the outputs based on it. Okay, so now you can just align them, adjust them how you want. You can place everything. Okay, you can see here below all the details of your board. This is for your audio amplifier, but following the template of your temperature sensor. Okay, so you can do all this in your draftsman. Okay, with this, I will stop my webinar. If you have any questions, you can ask.